Hey, it's Monica B, creator of HeyMonicaB.com, a blooming resource on Ayurveda, and author of In Your Elements, a blooming Ayurvedic guide to creating your best life. It's Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving in the United States is on Thursday, which is a day where we get together with friends, family, we eat a big meal. Sometimes we play or watch football. And I don't know about you, but my favorite part is the parade in the morning. So we do all that. And one common thing that happens in Thanksgiving is we end up in a food coma or feeling like we ate too much food at the end of the day because there's so much available, and it really is a day of eating. But it doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to feel like crud cakes as soon as we're done with our meal. And I've got 5 uncommon Ayurvedic Thanksgiving tips to digesting your food better. So let's start with number 1. The first tip that I have for you is in the morning, before you do anything else, do a sweat-inducing exercise for 20 to 30 minutes. Yes, just do it. Put on your sneakers, get outside, power walk, go for a jog. You can do dancing in your living room if you want to. You can put on the dailyburn.com and find an exercise on there. You can go to doyogawithme.com. You can find some yoga practices on there. But do something, because when we sweat, it means our body's hot. And when our body is hot, it means that we've increased the fire within and we've increased that digestive fire. So we're priming our body to get hot on the inside so it can digest food better. Does that make sense? The bonus tip on this is sweat is also a waste product. So it's just like poop and pee in a sense. And if we don't sweat often, the waste stays inside. So you don't have to be sweating from head to toe, but get a little glisten on your cheeks, on your nose, in your pits, on your brow, and get a little bit of a sweat going for 20 to 30 minutes. It'll bring up the internal heat. And your cheeks will be nice and rosy. Circulation will be good. Go ahead and do that in the morning of Thanksgiving before you put on your jams and shuffle around, look for your coffee, grab the sweet potatoes and all that. Get a good exercise on. Number 2 is what we call Indian appetizer in Ayurveda. An Indian appetizer is a combination of grated ginger, lemon, and a little bit of salt. What you do is you grate the ginger, okay, and then you squeeze lemon on it. So it's kind of like a paste. And then when you're ready to eat it, you're going to take like a 1/4 teaspoon, sprinkle a little salt on the mixture, and just eat it about 30 minutes before your meal. Quantities can vary. You can make just a little individual pile, or you could make something in like a small little container where you grate a bunch of ginger and squeeze a little extra lemon, and that'll keep in the fridge for about a week or 2, and you can have that before, especially for dinner. It's really good before dinner when our digestive fire, our agni, starts to get a little bit lesser as the day goes on. Number 3 is have 1 plateful of food and no seconds. And by this, you're going to fill your plate with all of your very favorite things and none of the stuff that's like a maybe. You just fill it with everything that you love. Leave the rest. You don't have to eat it. But 1 plateful of food is more than enough for us. If we have a plate of food, we keep going back for seconds, that just turns into like an ego game where our ego is like, I want to taste more. I want to taste more. I want to taste more. And we disconnect from the mind. And that's when we end up feeling that physical, oof, I ate too much, I'm way too full. So just have it as a rule, 1 plateful, savor every bite. Everything on that plate is going to be your favorite foods. And when you're done, you're done. Also, tip number 4 is focus on how we eat, not necessarily on what we eat. In Ayurveda, how we digest and how we eat with a peaceful mind is more important than what exactly is on our plate. So I encourage you to eat happy. You're going to eat happy, eat thankfully, tasting all the foods instead of, oh gosh, these scalloped potatoes are going to make me chubby. Oh boy, I shouldn't be having that piece of pie that I love so much. Oh man, I shouldn't be eating this. Oh, what's this going to do to me? Oh, am I going to get the gases? Do you see what I mean? Our mind can tell us a story about how that food is going to be awful for us. And it's true. We can digest it not well. So eat happy. That is how we eat in Ayurveda, especially on a day like Thanksgiving or a feast day. Tip number 5 is the next morning after the big feast, whether you have eaten too much or whether you have eaten the right amount, it is always good if you're not hungry in the morning for breakfast, sip ginger tea and skip breakfast so that our digestive fire can catch up and digest that meal from the night before. The ginger, as we already know from our Indian appetizer, is really good digestive, and it helps break down and get through all of that food as Agni, our digestive fire, grows and prepares to accept and digest the next meal. So those are the 5 tips. As a recap, do a sweat-inducing exercise for 20 to 30 minutes in the morning. Just do it. You'll feel amazing. Maybe you'll even do it the next day and the next day and the next day. Number 2 is Indian appetizer. Have it 30 minutes before your meal. Number 3 is 1 plate full of food, only your very favorite things. Number 4 is focus on how you eat more than what you eat. Eat happy. Number 5 is ginger tea and skip breakfast the next morning if you're not hungry. I also have a bonus tip because I know you're thinking it and you're thinking, but Monica B, what about the wine? There's all kinds of wine at Thanksgiving. Do I really not have wine? Can I really not have that? You can have wine. Yes, it's a celebratory day, right? In Ayurveda, this is not a black and white, harsh spectrum. This is rainbow colors. I coach my clients. This is rainbow. Life is rainbow. Have some of it. Wine is good for also stoking digestive fire. Here's where wine becomes a problem. Is when we have too much of it, it hampers our thoughts and our decision making. We start to make bad decisions, and then we might have 2 plates full of food, or we might forget to take the Indian appetizer, or our mind might not be in our food at all, and we've forgotten how much we've eaten. We've forgotten the taste of that. So don't have so much wine that it's hampering your mind. Have enough wine for enjoyment. Yes, you can sip it before meals. It's awesome to stoke digestive fire as well and increase appetite, which can be good or bad, but enjoy the wine. This is a celebration day. Don't think too hard on it. Have a whole lot of fun, and I hope these 5 tips help you. And as always, we're going to keep bringing this Ayurveda to life. Mwah. Hey, if you enjoyed and learned something from that last video, like it and share it with your friends. I've also got a book called In Your Element. So for anybody that's thinking like, how can I bring more of this Ayurveda into my life? How can I make it really make sense for me? This is it. It's even a workbook. So I teach Ayurveda from the ground up. You'll get basic foundation. You'll figure out what foods are best for you, how to improve your digestion, how to have optimal energy every single day, how to feel better in your body. Do you know 90% of our diet and lifestyle is what can cure our imbalances? This book's got everything in it. So go ahead and check it out on Amazon. I'm so excited to teach you as we keep bringing Ayurveda to life.